Hello everyone and welcome back to $10 Million Farm Series. We're starting today's episode right where we left the last one at, with the John Deere on the roller rolling a cornfield, and the worker just finished this one. So I'll move it to the other bigger one. Oh, the worker seemed to miss a bit of this one, so we need to fix it first. And now I need to unfold the roller again. Well, that is what happens when you blindly trust a notification. It said it was finished. I thought it was finished. Was it finished? No, it wasn't finished. So now I need to finish it. There, finished. I know it's late and dark, so it's a bit hard to see, but we need to do this before midnight. Otherwise the corn will grow and then I won't be able to roll it. So yeah, bear with me, it won't take long. I'll just set up a worker, and whilst it is doing its job, I'll do mine. Although the fan has also done its job, so I can now take it to the top yard, otherwise it might get in the way of the roller over here. And then we're gonna have another problem. There we go, right next to the pressure washer. Turn off the lights, and now I can go do my job. In the last episode, we also started to feed the BGA with silage that we made from grass. And since we have plenty of it, we are turning some into money and also digest it. So, whilst we wait on the John Deere, we might as well take a couple of loads to it. Now, the lights on the Volvo are good, but not good enough. So, I'll buy a couple of floodlights to brighten up the cowyard. That one is a bit big. Wait, why are they all so big? Oh, that's why. I'm too far away. Yeah, awkward. Well, there we go. Much better. So, one can go behind the small plow, like, is this one any better? Yeah, this one is a bit better. More directional. So, one can go over here, and are there any other ones? Like, brighter ones with a bigger area of light? No, looks like this one is the biggest, and it is a bit big for how much it lights up the yard. So I'm going to go with another one of these next to the tunnel shed, like over here. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, the Volvo is turned on, and its lights are on as well. So let's get loading. Weird. It did a front flip. I had no idea that wheel loaders were capable of doing that. And now you all know as well. That is one load done. Oh, it's not quite as full as it could be, but anyway, how far has the John Deere gotten in the meantime? Weird. It's leaving some odd spots in the middle. I'm going to guess that's normal. So it looks like it only has the headland left to do. So, there is still half an hour left of in-game time until midnight, which is actually perfect. The John Deere will be finished by then, and I will get this load into the processor. Have any of you noticed that the trailers are extremely loud? Like this, right now. I mean, I get it. When it's empty, that it rattles and metal bangs around, but right now, it is full, and there shouldn't be any noise coming from it. Or at least it should be really muffled, because there wouldn't be any echo. But yeah, to sum my rant up about the noise level, it should be adjusted. Okay, this is the last load of the day, and that is a shocker. The BGA already processed all of the silage from the previous load, and we already have 15,000 liters of digestate in the storage, which means we are soon going to be able to fertilize the fields for basically free. Well, almost free. Now, I'm going to take the JCB back to the silo, and then I think we can go to sleep if the John Deere has also finished. Oh, looks like it still hasn't finished, and I might have seen why. It got stuck by the useless shed. So we might not finish the rolling before the corn grows a stage. But I'm not that worried about that. At least we got the majority of the field done. The JCB can spend the night with the Volvo on this side of the pit, and it would be nice if I turned off the lights, so that the battery wouldn't be flat in the morning. Now for the... oh, that's surprising. It managed to get past it. So the AI might be smarter than I had thought. Maybe it's like the Terminator. Well, how much does it have left? Oh, it didn't do the top yet. Too shame. I'm just gonna call it. You have done enough, so fold the roller and I need to take it off the field. Otherwise, the corn will grow around it and then it would be stuck. Plus, because I have crop destruction on, it would most likely destroy a lot of crops. Now for the hard part. Where are we going to store this monstrosity of a machine? I think that's a problem for tomorrow. So for tonight, you can go next to the giant rock pile that we have made. Okay, finally, let's go to sleep. It has been a long day. So I shall see you at, let's say, 7. Good night. Good morning, Riverbend Springs. Oh man, it's raining again. So much for a good morning, just morning. At least we can go check up on our corn crops. That's great, the corn has grown, if it only grew so fast in real life. Actually, considering a day is a month, so that would make it the correct size for the time period. Well, currently we would get a 72% yield bonus. But yeah, that is because it is only half fertilized. So that is something we need to do when the rain stops. And yeah, I was worried about this. We have weeds growing where we only cultivated. So we also need to spray some herbicide. Oh, what is going on? Why have I just lost all of the frames? Now that was strange. Anyway, computer problems aside, here is the real problem. Weeds. You know what that means? We need to spend some more money to solve this problem. There is quite the selection of sprayers in the shop, but I have two conditions. It needs to be wide and not self-propelled. And that leaves us with two options, Hardy and Amazon. But I think I'm going to go with the latter one, and it can have a whopping 40-meter boom. Which is bonkers if you ask me. Like, Imagine 40 meters. And that's the width of this machine. It sprays 40 meters at a time. And it also looks like you can put a trailer hitch on it as well. So you could pull a flatbed trailer behind full of fertilizer. Kind of neat if you ask me. Okay, that just got us below 1.9 million. And at that rate, we're going to be poor soon if we don't start earning some money. Well, with the sprayer bought, we now have another job for the little Fend, if it has enough horsepower. I actually never checked. Oh, that's great. The sprayer doesn't need any power, so we are good, as long as it can pull it. Okay, we won't be needing the weight and the front loader, so I'll take them to the cow barn. The yard is starting to look like a mess with all the machines everywhere, so at some point we will need to do some spring cleaning around here. Maybe when the spring actually comes around. Actually, we need to wait for the rain to stop, since I think it isn't the best of ideas to go spraying in the rain. So whilst we wait, we can go change the tires again into some less crop destructive ones. There we are, a few narrow options to choose from, but they all seem quite wide. Still, so I hope that they won't destroy any of our crops. Now for the first time today. And we are quite late today, so let's head to the farm shop. And we are taking the ferry because I'm going to buy another thing once we are there. And we are going to need the John Deere to drive it back home. And if you know how to read between the lines, you already know what we're buying. And if you don't have that superpower, stick around and you'll find out. Oh, right, we still need to find a place to store the roller at, and luckily, we have it. This looks like a perfect place behind the useless shed. It is in the rain, but at least it is out of the way. So that is good enough for me. And since we are done planting and rolling, we don't need the duals anymore, so let's change them into something more streetable and less low ground impacty. And can't forget to crash into something, because without that, it wouldn't be a Farmer's Chaos video. There we go, the thick boy is back. How is it that the John Deere is down a half a tank of fuel? It's not even that long ago that I had filled it up, and it costed us $700 for a full tank. But to be honest, it did plow a few fields and then it planted them, and also rolled them. So yeah, I shouldn't be complaining. It has done a whole lot of work. There we go. We are on the way to the other side. And in the meantime, let's buy the other thing. So, what are we buying? Well, we have a cow barn that produces us liquid manure for basically free. And recently, as of the last episode, the BGA started to produce us some digestate. So that means we now have two sources of free fertilizer. All that we need to do is to get them on the field. So that is where this comes in play. A slurry tanker. Now, I could go with the biggest one and be done, but no. Wait, actually, let me see the distributors first. There are 21, 30 and 36 meter ones, but the biggest two only fit the massive tankers. So those are out of the question. Which means it leaves us with the 21 meter one. And I think I know with which tanker I'll go. The Caveco one keeps catching my eye, so I'm buying it, and we can get it in Chaos Orange, which always makes me happy. Okay, bought and a lot more money spent. Well, let's start up the John Deere to go pick up the newest purchase. Here it is, in all its beauty. And it will actually help us make and save some money, since we won't be needing to use so much of solid and liquid fertilizer anymore. Just need to attach the distributor, and then we are golden. Or should I say, orangey. There we have it. Does anyone else wish these filler hoses were useful? Like, I don't think the animal barns even have a hole to stick the hose in. I mean, why bother rigging the hoses to move if there is no use for them? Like, would it be that difficult to add a slurry hole to the barns and add a trigger to them for when the hose is inserted to start filling? Don't get me wrong, I'm no programmer, but surely that can't be that difficult, right? Anyway, enough of me rambling nonsense, let's go get the sprayer and fill it up with herbicide. I do love how any tractor that has narrow wheels on just looks hilarious. I always think that they will just tip over. Now that the fend is next to it, I'm not sure if the fend looks small or the sprayer looks big. Anyway, how big is its tank? 5.4 thousand liters. That means we're going to buy 2 toads so that we won't have any half-filled ones left at the shop. There we go. The sprayer is not full, but it does hopefully have enough in it to spray off the weeds. Now, I just wish that precision farming was in FS25, because then we would only use, 100 liters of herbicide? But it isn't, at least yet. So we will most likely use around 2000 liters. So yeah, it's going to be expensive. There we go. Our 2 fertilizing units are on the ferry and ready to go to work. Whilst we are ferrying across the river, I wonder, how much slurry and digestate do we actually have? Oh, the BGA has already processed all of the silage, and it made 65,000 liters of digestate. So that is going to last us, 3 tanker loads? And most likely, we wouldn't cover a field with it. Actually, how much has the BGA earned so far, since we are already checking out the BGA? Okay, finances, where is it? Here we go. Biogas plant income. Almost 3 grand in April and 17 grand in May. So far, not too shabby, but it did pay off 1% of the buying cost. With this pace, it will take us 100 days to make profit from it. And that is just the BGA without any machinery cost added. Yeah, we will need to make a whole bunch more silage if we want to make profit. So that means we better go to work. Oh, how great! It stopped raining. So since we already have the fend and the sprayer ready to go, I say we go ahead and get rid of some nasty weeds. Am I seeing this right? Has it stopped raining or not? Because it still sounds like rain is falling, but I can't see any. Weird. Well, since it still seems to be raining, I guess we could load another trailer with silage and take it to the BGA. There we go! We have a full trailer, and I'm actually gonna put it on a worker to take it to the BGA, so that we can do two things at the same time. How is it unreachable? That is great. Even more problems, eh? There, finally. Third time lucky. And off it goes. Okay, before I make a huge mistake, let me just check if the tires destroy the crops. Nope, they don't. So we are good. Well, let's unfold the sprayer and let's get rid of some weeds. Wait, where am I going? I have the GPS on, but it looks like it's going in a weird direction. Oh, there's the JCB speeding to the BGA. This is great. I have no idea where I have already been and if I'm even on the right path. I mean, I should turn on the lines. Right? Okay. Well, I am on the line, so we should be good. Okay, let's sort out the JCB and then we will continue with the spraying. There we go, another load of silage is now being processed into money and digested. And well, let me set the JCB to go back. And why is it not working again? Oh, there it goes. Now, back to the confusing task of spraying the fields. Oh, right, I forgot. We don't need to spray the entire field, because only the parts that weren't plowed grew weeds. So I might have wasted a few liters of herbicide on accident. Well, a little while later, we have done this field. Now for the even bigger one. And there we go. We are done with herbicide spraying. We only need to spray the fertilizer and then we are done with field work until the harvest. Wow, the BGA is fast. Like what? It took it 10 minutes to process almost the entire trailer. You know what that means? We need to load another one and take it to it. Well, we are starting to run low on the silage front, so that means we will need to go cut some grass again. And there we go. This is the last load that I am taking to the BGA today. So I'll hire a worker to get it there, and in the meantime, I'm going to convert the sprayer from herbicide to fertilizer. Out with the herbicide, which we got 1,860 liters left, which means we used more than half of it, and in goes the liquid fertilizer. Oh, I haven't checked the used market in a bit. Any good offers? It's tempting, the New Holland, but I was never really a fan of the T8 series. It just looks a bit funny with the giant and long hood. So we won't be buying it. And I probably pissed off a bunch of New Holland fans, although I doubt any of them have managed to watch till this point. So I'm not worried at all. We do have another field that we own, and it isn't growing anything. But it looks like we missed the planting season for most of the grain crops. We could seed sorghum, but we are running out of time in the day, and the field isn't even ready to be seeded. So it might be empty for this year. Or we might just seed grass in it. Who knows? Plus, we already have enough of a headache from corn that I wouldn't want to worry about anything else. Besides grass. Well, the sprayer is ready to go to work, but we won't be doing that today because we are running out of time for today. We actually only have time to empty the trailer of silage, and then that is going to be it. And perfect timing, the JCB just arrived to the BGA. There we go, the trailer is empty, and I found another entrance to the BGA that is right next to the big field, which will come in handy come harvest time. But unfortunately, I need to end this episode here. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like and consider subscribing. I'm Farmer's Chaos, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye for now.